All right, everyone, we are live. We're good to go. I'm here with Thomas. Thomas, why are we live?
We're live because I'm going to show you like the top 3 things that I think are critical for you to have for your aquarium, no matter what kind of aquarium you have, no matter the size. Just 3 things you should always have on hand.
All right, let's get right to it.
Sweet. All right, so number 1, anybody who has a tank is going to go through this, and they'll eventually gravitate towards this. But if I can save some of you from having wet messes, always have towels by your tank. And I like to have aquarium-specific towels. Towels I'm only going to use for the tank, just so I know where they've been and what they're doing, and I'm not using them for, polishing shoes or anything like that. So having them by the tank is critical. You're going to spill water, whether it's during maintenance or whether, you're just wiping the glass and you get a little bit of water dribbling out. It's going to happen. Sometimes the fish even splash. Having a towel right by the tank all the time is very helpful, so you don't end up with water damage on your stand, or in worst case scenarios on your floor. You always have towels there to get rid of that mess before anything bad happens. So always have towels by the tank. You can even make it nice. Like get a little stainless steel rack, attach it to the stand, hang your hand towels there. I've got extra ones down underneath that I use for the floor. I'll just drop them on the floor right before I do maintenance. If I've got a bucket there, I know my floors are good. Towels. Towels are key. Number 2, inevitably at some point, you're going to have a failure with your filtration, and that is usually the main source of oxygen for the aquarium as well, since it's doing all the moving of the water in the tank. So I also highly recommend you always have spare parts for your filter, whether it's an O-ring that starts leaking, which is a catastrophic thing to have go wrong, or your impeller gets damaged, or you break a part that's critical to the operation of the filter. Having the spare parts there saves you from being in a situation where you don't have any filtration or any oxygenation happening on the aquarium, which is, it's very damaging if fish end up in a situation where they have low oxygen and start building up ammonia. So spare parts, I can't advocate that enough. If you buy a filter, just grab an extra impeller. Just grab an extra, just one more, and it's good. And the last thing, every once in a while, there's a power outage. And an aquarium without power is almost in the same situation as an aquarium without a filter, right? If your filter breaks and you don't have one, you might be out 20 minutes, 30 minutes while you fix the filter. If your power goes out and it goes out for days, you're in a lot of trouble. So I also always recommend having a battery-operated air pump or some form of battery backup for pumps in your aquarium so that you still have water circulation. Ones like this Penplax Silent Air, plug into the wall. You can leave the air stone in the aquarium as long as it's got good batteries in it. When it detects 0 power is at the outlet, this turns on automatically, which is killer because you don't even have to be home during the power outage for your fish to still have their lives saved by having some water circulation. So that is absolutely critical too. If you have those things going for you, you're going to be smooth sailing for like the 3 most common things that I can think of happening that just suck. So water being where you don't want it, towels. Your filter pooping out on you, and then your fish have no oxygen or filtration, spare parts, right? And then finally, if you have a power outage, you're covered if you've got something battery operated to keep that water circulation going. And that's it.
Good tips. Just before we end this, someone said, Eduardo said, Thomas, great shirt.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really like my shirts.
Dan's Aquatic said, can you please read this?
Yeah,
Done.
Dan's Aquatic. We can read this.
Done. Awesome, guys. Well, thanks so much for joining in. Thomas, thanks for the crazy useful tips.
That's what I'm here for.
All right, guys. See you later. Say it. Say it.
Keep on tanking.